Question 4 is coming from FEBs and GPs. The circumference round the trunk of a large tree is measured and found to be 5 meters. After 1 year, the circumference is measured again and found to be 5.02 meters. That means it has increased by 0.02. Then part A, given that the circumferences at yearly intervals form an AP, find the circumference 20 years after the first measurement. 20 years after the first measurement. That means those ones can be 21 measurements because there is the first one, or after the first one, then you have 20 more. Okay. So for an AP, we know that the first term is an A, so it is going to be equal to 5, the one here. And then the second term is going to be A plus D, which is given as this one here, 5.02. Okay, this is the A, and then this is the second term. So meaning our D is going to be equal to 5.02 minus the 5, which is actually 0.02. Now, 20 years after the first measurement means we can take our n to be equal to 21. There are 21 measurements, okay? So therefore, what is the 21st measurement? So this one is now going to be equal to the 21st term. It is A plus 20D. See that? Because the nth term of an AP is A, then plus n minus 1D. Okay? So we have A, then plus 20. Sorry. Our A is 5, then plus 20 times 0.02. Of course, this one will give us 0.4. Then when you add it onto this 5, it will give us 5.4. I can even add there a 0. So this will be the measurement, the circumference of that trunk on the 21st measurement. Okay. Alternatively, there is a possible... Alternatively, somebody can begin from this one. They said after 1 year, the circumference has increased by this. Then they say, given that the circumference at yearly intervals form an AP, find the circumference 20 years after the first measurement. And then they take n to be 20. You see? So, alternatively, taking this 5.02 as now their first term as the first term in those 20, okay? Now we consider 19 more measurements. So in other words, our n is equal to what? 20, okay? So, the 20th measurement for this case is going to be equal to A plus 19D, okay? So, your A is now 5.02, then plus 19 times 0.02, because remember, still D remains 5, and then the 5.02, so the difference is 0.02. When we put this all together, what do we get? Do we get the same answer here? 5.02, then plus 19 into 0.02. Same answer, 5.40. So you pick the one that is simpler for you. Then part B, given instead that the circumferences at yearly intervals form a GP, find the circumference 20 years after the first measurement. Just like the first one, I'm still going to do this in two ways. Okay, so for the GP, our A is still 5. But then the second term is AR, which is given by 5.02. So to get the common ratio, we get the second term, then we divide by the first term. Okay, what do we get here? 5.02 divided by 5, that is 1.004. 1.004. So the 21st measurement shall be equal to AR. Remember, the nth term of a GP is AR, then power n minus 1. Okay, so now 21 minus 1, that will be 20. So I'll put here 20. Now my A is a 5, and then my R is 1.004, then power 20. So what does this one give us? 5 into 1.004 power 20. It gives us 5.415571.082. 5.41557.1082. Of course, to three significant figures, this one will be 5.42 meters. Okay, that is that. Alternatively, just like the other one of AP, alternatively, we can take the first term, okay, alternatively by considering 20 measurements. After the first measurement, okay? So that implies that our n is equal to 20. So we shall now have that 21st measurement is going to be equal to, now our A is the 5.02. And of course our R we have seen is 1.004. So we shall have AR power 19, right? Now, the 21st measurement here, actually, I'm going to take it as the 20th measurement after the first one, okay? Let me change this one here. 20th measurement after the first one, the first measurement. So we shall have AR power 19. And this one will be 5.02 into 1.004 power 19. Do we get the same answer? 5.02 into 1.004 to the power of 19. That is 5.41. Do you see that it is the same? Is the same answer. So I'll just pick this, then put it here.